Hi everyone, let me check real quick that everything is working. Okay, looks okay. Now check Twitch. Okay, let me check one moment. Okay, looks like everything is okay. Hi everyone, nice to see you again. Well, I don't see you obviously, but let's say nice to stream for you again, I guess. So let's continue where we stopped. And last time I told you that I'm going to add sounds to new monster. And let me show you how I did this. There are a couple, actually not a couple, like 5 audio clips. And the integration process was quite easy. Let me show you. So here I just added this thing, the list of tracks, and referenced the files. And here, yeah, actually before the sound playing was starting from this function originally that we borrowed. But I decided to separate those things, especially because in the future I may add more complex range attack mechanic. So yeah, I just copied innards of that function here, but not the whole, only the part responsible to launching projectile itself. And let me show you where I actually play that. It's right here. And yeah, this is how I launch sounds. So for chasing animation, I decided to add some noise for chasing because monster is levitating and I assume it produces some noise while it's traveling. And for this one, I use tracking function that I pass to animation, and practically on every first frame of animation I just assign position of the sound and play it. Yes, see here, so when the timer, which means that current frame of animation is equal to a very first frame of animation, I launch this sound. And I use a tracking function here because obviously while monster is chasing, it does its chasing cycle again and again, which means I need to run this sound again and again. That's why I used this tracking function of animation to know where exactly to play it. But for our states, actually, it's a bit easier. I don't really need to use tracking functions because for our situations, we play sound just once and we can play it just before animation or right after animation just once. It doesn't need to be synchronized with action. It just needs to start once and that's it. So for example, for the range attack, we play this sound after the projectile is dispatched. So yeah, once it's launched, we just play it once. And for alert animation, again, monster is being alerted once, it plays sounds, it starts animation, and that's it. And for dying animation, again, it's a single action, but here I do some additional thing. I actually stopping an alert sound. Why do I need this? Because imagine that you spot the monster from the back, for example, and one-shot it. In this case, it will play first alert sound and then dying sound, but if we just wipe it quickly, we don't want alert sound to stay, we just mute it immediately and play dying sound instead. And what else? Yeah, when we stop in chasing, we may stop it very early before even chasing loop finished and sound finished. So I just forcefully stop it here. So when we stop chasing, we stop playing the sound. Well, as you can see, everything is super easy here. Again, doing these sound effects kind of work. It's more about sounds themselves rather than code. Well, I actually borrowed those sounds on freesound.org, but I heavily edited them. So I cut, I did some minimal post-processing, like volume normalization. I actually don't have any sound editing skills, so I just aligned the volume, I guess, and that's it. And okay, so here, Fireball projectile, I showed you that file before. Here, I needed to add a hit sound that we play when projectile collides. We need to do it at a very specific moment when projectile collides and when we delete it, when we like dismantle it. We play the sound here, and for that, yeah, we need to initialize the sound. That's why I actually added a constructor and called base constructor, and then I just added sound. Again, nothing too complex or interesting here. And there is one more thing. I actually noticed some bug. When we cloning mesh, we are not cloning its skeleton. That's why if we have multiple instances of monster, they all play the same animation. So we need to copy skeleton manually as well. I believe I faced that before when we did guns and even asked on forum. Apparently this issue appeared started Babylon.js 5, I believe, but guys explained that it actually was an intended thing. So since then I need to be sure that if I'm cloning the mesh and it has some sort of skeleton, I need to clone it separately. Actually, I revealed a lot of bugs that we will start solving today, but first let me show sounds. How does it look right now? So let's try to hit it. So it plays alert sound, it plays chasing sound, it plays dying sound, it plays a sound when he shoots projectiles, and on projectile collision it also plays sound. So let's take a look. So now it sounds and it looks more alive, right? can also hear that noise when it's near. It's like levitation sound. And dying sound pretty much. And let me show you the case when we kill it instantly. As you can see, it didn't play alert sound, but played dying sound immediately. All right, this part was easy. Now let's have some fun. As you can see, I added additional instances, and there are actually a lot of problems with it so far, but some of them I guess not that hard to fix. We just forgot to do something while importing monster. Well, first thing that performance extremely slows down. Well, obviously those meshes are more complicated. That's why, but I believe I can also optimize the code a little bit. As you can see, they can hurt each other, but they don't fight, and there are a lot of other issues. First, let's talk about performance. Obviously, they don't perform that well, but the main problem that you cannot actually do like real slaughter maps with 3D objects, and this is why, for example, in Quake, we don't see like huge crowds of enemies comparing to Doom, for example, because monsters in Doom are cheap, and like 3D monsters like in Quake, they are more expensive, obviously. And we could simplify it a little bit, try to optimize. Well, the first simple optimization technique is to actually use rectangular bounding box, which actually was used in Quake, but the problem there that if you use that kind of bounding box, you can hit monster at unexpected places. For example, you may shoot like somewhere near it, but it still will register a hit, which we don't want. Another thing that we can try, it's actually use a bounding box only for like collision detection between themselves, like in sector manager. For example, if you saw my old demos that I posted as a playground on Babylon.js website, I could manage actually hundreds of regular rectangular boxes to randomly travel and don't hit each other, don't crash, and it didn't cause performance issues. We could try to think about something like separation of like bounding boxes for shooting and for this sector management. But again, it may lead to some problem that this approach, monsters probably will like keep too much distance, especially if they have some, let's say, unusual shape. It's probably not that big of a problem, but initially what I tried to achieve is to make this like collision detection like very precise. So if, for example, two monsters have very complicated shape, they can actually, go inside each other's private space in very complicated configurations until the point when they are like literally touching each other by any like vertices. So without, I was making it without keeping some safe space around them. This is definitely where we lose some performance. And maybe it's not a bad thing to use this like collision bounding boxes for performance improvements because, well, on one hand, it doesn't look that bad if monsters just, respect some private space around them. But I think our first reason for performance issue is actually not the fact that I'm not using rectangular square boxes. I think the problem is a bit different. Well, first of all, even if I optimized meshes a little bit, there are probably still too much vertices in them, and in order to check collision, we need to check too much vertices. This is the first thing. And second thing, there is a huge chance that I'm doing too much unnecessary things when I actually try to do like collision detection inside this sector manager loop. So I definitely want to profile this and check if it like worth trying at all. And actually it would be a good exercise just to check that my sector management system is still working properly and that monsters check collisions only between neighbors and not through entire map. This is why I made those like spatial partitioning into sectors. I think highly likely it's working, but the problem, probably I'm doing too much unnecessary operations when actually checking collisions. But yeah, those are not issues that we are going to address today. Actually, we have a lot of different ones. First one, it's that they are actually not sensitive to explosions like at all. So let's try to debug this first. And how do we do? We go explosion manager. Let's turn on the debug mode first and see what's going on. First, let's see that actually explosions trying to target those things. Okay, wait, different. Actually, speaking of sectors, let's enable it here too. Because we want some efficiency, right? So, okay, what we have here, explosion happened here, we are targeting, we're checking only things inside the sector. Actually wondering why it's not going to nearby sector. Probably it's just too far, but okay, that's fine. So it definitely does it think. It just doesn't transfer damage to them. But here it works. Here it works. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't actually paint them in anything. It just doesn't register hits. Okay. So let's see what's going on. No, not this file here. All right, create explosion and destructible nodes, okay. Get entities, okay, neighbor sectors. Okay, we're checking if it explosion somewhere near on the edge. Okay, getting entities. Okay, here getting nodes. And okay, I guess I will start to debug from somewhere here and check why we cannot extract it. That probably issue happens much later than here, but let's do the whole thing. Okay. All right. Okay, here. All right, we have two destructible nodes, which are okay. Cat Demon 4 and this one, I guess, Cat Demon 5. Yeah. So it's definitely there, okay. Okay, now we're working with the first one. So distance, okay, ray. Okay. So hit, what do we hit? Ah, okay. We hit nothing. Okay, it's obviously doesn't. Okay, let's try to go there for the second one. This is not what I mean, but okay, it's trying to open like Babylon source code. Okay, let's do it our way. Okay, let's just try it again. I see where it happens. It doesn't go here, that's why. I probably just should start it again. Okay, we're good. Okay, I see. Okay. Right, and now get closest hit. Okay. Oh, okay, we're actually having problem even earlier. We have problem here. Our multi-pig doesn't work. Yeah, it returns nothing. Why so? It's, I mean, the only possible thing is an issue with like a distance probably, but it's unlikely the case. I mean, it's obviously touching it. It's like it works. Okay, I might try like I might try to temporarily increase the distance if it's is the case, but it's strange. Distance. Okay. Like, like this. Will it help? No. It just doesn't register hit on that. But it it works fine with non-imported meshes. Like what's wrong? Like here. So yeah, like register it. Okay, I guess it's something internal. I guess. Probably I think I know where's the problem. It's probably like in PC. Okay, let me try something else. Destructible nodes. Okay. Okay. is pickable true. Might be my oversight even on resource manager level. Resource loader, sorry. So I don't see where I set this thing explicitly, but okay, let's just check my theory first that it's related to that one. If so, I can just okay, so destructible nodes. Okay. And yeah. Does it have some sort of setter? No? Okay. I guess. Well, I think this is the right place to do it. And I think I meant that one here. And yeah, and mesh instance is pickable true. Ah, yeah, material. Was this a problem? Well, I guess yes. It was quite easier. I don't know why non-imported mesh is pickable by default, but okay. Let's try. That was hit, but just didn't die. Okay, I will disable sector manager. I will actually disable both debugs now. They are expensive. And sector manager false. Well, now we can do like rocket launcher Carnage. Oh, it actually slows down even more because we're pickable now. Well, it works, but it's like extremely slow. I I really need to dig into optimization of all of that. Okay. What else I don't like is that they play sounds simultaneously, like overlapping. I want to do probably this thing. Audio manager. Do I pass audio manager in the first place? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Makes easier. And I want to do this probably for alert sound. Where is it? Yeah, here. So actually we have audio manager, right? And I can just do this. Yeah, I think it's better in terms of how it sounds, but performance just extremely terrible. They still can damage each other, but they don't imply. Uh, I also saw a problem that for me it seemed like they restarted dying animation. Let me check. No, I don't know what was that, but you saw it, right? It's like glitched. It's like started to play from the beginning. Like, okay, let's try to do the following. I will reduce the amount of them for now. And let's try to fix in fights. Okay, let's investigate why they don't start fighting each other. Okay, so we want some information here, like actor, because this is where it changes target. when I started to debug, they stopped attacking each other. Okay. Okay. They register it correctly. Now let's try this one. Okay. We go into the state alert. Okay, I got it. Else if state, so if current state not one of these, we just do we're just switching target. Okay. What is here actually? Okay. Okay. Let's check. And actually, okay. Let's just see. Okay, here we go. They just bite each other. Okay. Let's try more. Let's try more fun. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's so slow. Well, I mean, it's understandable. Those are 3D objects with a lot of vertices, and also it's JavaScript, which is like slow, and this is from inside of the browser. Yeah. So, what did we expect? We're trying to bite each other in very weird manner. Okay, we fix in fights. It looks weird. And, well, actually, I think I know why it's happening. It's like, where is the thing? Yeah, vertical chasing gap. I made it like free to make it look better from player perspective, but when we attack each other, it looks strange. I think that's why we are looking up. Yeah, see, right now we like biting each other. guess I need to do one more thing. Okay, mm, there is a thing which is called can melee targets, something like that. Yeah. So what it's all about? Melee distance. Okay, 7. Yeah, that's obviously too much for this thing. And oh, actually, we have it should be like much lower. Let's see. Probably it's too close. Yeah, when we contact each other, they trigger like reroute logic. Let's try this one. That looks so surrealistic, I don't know. It's so trippy what I'm doing with my life. Okay. Okay, maybe let's try this. Well, we need to respect their own size because those distance, it's not distance from the edge, it's distance from its origin. So the thickness of monster also plays role. Oh, okay, that looked legit. I don't know, let it be just for now. I don't know. I may fine tune it later. There was actually another bug, which is like real bug, which actually leads to crash. I want to fix that one. Let me show. Yeah, see? So here target gets null, but it still tries something where it all comes from get direction to target. Do range attack. Okay, range attack. Okay, it started to play animation. And okay, so target is gone while they were charging attack. So I still want them probably to shoot towards target. But I don't want problems here. Yet direction to target, do range attack. Oh, actually, maybe if I didn't shoot, I think, yeah, we can just cancel range attack. It's like we canceling melee attack. Well, if we just run away, we can cancel range attack the same way. So instead, we can just do the following. Do range attack. Okay. Do range attack. Okay, here. So target. And they actually go back to sleep here. Yeah, so if range attack, if no more target, then go to sleep. I think they should go back to sleep, all of them, automatically. Okay, let me see what's going on. And yeah, it's like idle animation. Yeah, so yeah, I guess it fixed the issue. So yeah. All right. So let's check what we achieved today. We added sounds and I think it works fine for the moment. We also fixed a bunch of bugs, but now we are running into performance issues because visually, there are not that much of monsters and they are not that complicated to cause such huge slowdown even with JavaScript, even within the browser. So I will try to profile it. So first I need to check that sector manager is still working. It's the first thing. Second, I need to check that I'm not doing too much unnecessary complication. I need to check that I'm not doing many unnecessary complicated computations on each step. So I need to profile this like execution workflow and check what's going on there. Maybe it's just some unnecessary function calls. I need to debug it pretty much. And yeah, and decide what to do with that. The worst case scenario is that if I will need to actually optimize mesh itself even more, meaning reducing amount of vertices even more. I mean, I could do this, but I'm worried that I will need to create animations again. I'm not sure that I can downscale the mesh without damaging existing animations. So I need to check. But highly likely, I think we will end up with creating separate collision box for monsters, and yeah, this is kind of unwanted because I will need to abandon some initial idea of like precise collision detection, and I will need to actually redo quite a lot. But we may postpone that, and we may finish actually functionality first, because there are still a couple things of missing, and particularly saving and loading of the monster. We didn't even start doing it, and it also might be quite large and complicated tasks because we added new states here, and here are a lot of like additional variables. It doesn't seem like a necessarily hard task, but it's easy to miss or accidentally skip something. So I will need to do it very carefully and be sure and ensure that I tested everything. So I guess that for the next time, yeah, probably we do saving and loading first, and after that we will think about optimization, I guess. So this is our upcoming plan. Now, with that being said, let's save. Let me check what we did so far. Okay, that's kind of predictable fixes. And here, okay. Yeah, okay, so how do I call it? And let's be specific here. Explosions, and next fights, and crash on target, death, like that. Okay, I will keep these things for now, because we definitely will work a lot on that. So I save it, and I'm going to commit that for now. All right, that's it for today. Quite productive, added sounds, fixed some bugs, and I guess added some action items for future improvements. Yeah, thank you for watching live and recordings, and I see you next week. Have a great upcoming week. Bye.